finally get an identity to these teams that just both got stomped on horrifically yesterday. But there we go. We're starting off with Pango Bane. Like that combo, you know? We saw a lot of work in that last game with Pangolier. I still believe he's going to be top pick in this entire tournament, even though God's disagreed with me. Yeah, we're seeing Pango come out. Looking good so far.
It's definitely, you know, we've seen an uptick of him recently, and Bane, of course, is always really great because you've got that lockdown with the Fiend script, goes through, you know, BKBs and whatnot, so pretty good stuff right there. I'm surprised that, okay, so the Oracle is banned because we were chatting about that yesterday, the fact that you can purge off a lot of stuff using the Oracle Fortune's End, but the only way to really purge off his ultimate is to be able to use the ultimate of Oracle there for the False Promise. So.
That's complicated hero. I still ain't wrap my brain around Oracle.
Well, you don't have to because he's banned.
No,
or she. She's banned.
What?
It's a he.
Oracle could be whatever. It's 2019.
True.
It can be whatever.
I thought you were the lore master, though. I thought you know all the answers to this, yeah?
I don't put gender on the characters. They can do whatever.
Okay.
Doom. He's gonna be picked out there. We've seen a lot of Doom so far in the tournament already. Very highly contested, highly sought after hero, and we had some do okay yesterday. I can see King Gaming picking him up again today, and you know, Pango's a great Doom target, must say. One of the only ways to really knock down that sucker besides a Grimstroke these days.
Yep.
We don't see Grimstroke very often at all any longer.
What the hell?
Grimstroke and Lich have both been missing.
Yeah, he got nerfed a bit. I mean, Lich also got a nerf, but it wasn't that big of a deal, I don't think, because I think it was just like the slow got reduced on his Frost armor. But one of the other questions, you know, we talked about this the other day, is what happened to Shadow Shaman?
Yeah. We saw it banned in one game earlier today. That was it. I'm pretty surprised by that too. Same thing actually for Grimstroke. We saw Grimstroke a lot in the minor, or at least a couple times, especially paired up with Doom. But Shadow Shaman was indeed very dominant there. And it kind of feels like these teams, you know, they're like, it's a minor. Who cares? We'll play our own game. And to be fair, that's probably the best way to do it.
I don't know. A lot of these support heroes are kind of flavor of the monthy. You know, they haven't been changed too much in the last couple patches. You see the Shadow Shamans, you see the Warlocks. Things just kind of come out of nowhere and then they disappear out of nowhere, like tails on the wind. They go through our hearts and minds.
It's kind of fun right now to view support, like because the meta is so open-ended. You can see some really different things coming out that you might not necessarily see as a support. You know, we saw Puck as a support a couple times during the qualifiers, actually.
Yeah. I think we saw it today.
Yeah.
On the App Store.
Yeah.
That worked out.
Yesterday, yeah.
We've seen it. It pops up every once in a while. So, you know, it's kind of a fun time if you are playing, like, especially Position 4. You do something a little bit wacky, something a little different, something, you know, Team Secret-esque. In some cases.
Certainly working out today. Let's take a look at these bans here. We got Lifestealer, Centaur, and Troll Warlord going to be picked up by J.Storm. Been seeing a lot of that hero as well. Bounty Hunter ban, though. Interesting.
We've seen Bounty Hunter a couple of times in the minor. Played as a core, mostly. If there's a team that likes skirmishes, then you kind of having a Bounty Hunter on your team is just
actually meant
a gold
Rider, but
it is a Bat Rider ban. I didn't look, so
I know you trusted me. Gotcha, getting Sheaver, dumb. Nah, but I did mean Bat Rider. Bat Rider.
Well,
and we've been seeing a lot of that hero.
No.
It's pretty strong, though, against certain lineups, for sure. You know, and he also causes a lot of problem during, like, the laning phase. If you don't have someone like, you know, a Lifestealer or a Jug that can kind of spin off all of that lovely sticky napalm, good at initiating. Like, that's one of those heroes, too. Like, any sort of hero that can sort of challenge positioning is very, very value. And with some of the heroes in the meta right now, it makes sense that you'd want to, you know, not have him around. And you also seen him as a position 5. We saw that during qualifiers. Again, we saw it, I think, in particular, it was Complexity. Monkeys Forever was running the Bat Rider as a position 5, which was interesting because he was able to harass quite a bit, but it wasn't a big deal if he died too, because he's support. So you had that utility with the Bat Rider, and you had that harass, but it wasn't as big of a deal.
At the same time, they didn't make it. What were you going to say?
Didn't make it. I'm just excited. My boy Lion is coming out here. Lion is so hype right now. Everybody was playing it before. I just love the concept of this hero. Go from support to a major damage dealer potentially later in the game, depending on how well you do. Oh, King Gaming is speaking my language. Bursty, control, stun. I'm into it.
I am so curious. This game, both teams haven't won a game yet here, right? They're coming off a 2-0 yesterday and it wasn't great. But both teams had a kind of like similar story in those games where they did okay on the lanes and then just fell off hard afterwards. I am curious what kind of aggression we're going to see on this laning stage. How much do you think the teams will want to focus on the laning stage with the Bane and the Lion already picked up and the Rubik as well? So you got two supports. How aggressive can Lion and Rubik be on the lane? There's a Shadow Shaman.
There's a Rasta.
I think we're going to have quite a bit of aggression on the lanes, to be honest. I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, J.Storm definitely has a in-your-face kind of pickup here. I mean, they've got a lot of catch. They've got a lot of people to go off that catch, get some nice kills. Love the Shaman pickup. It does so much in this meta right now, so that is exciting. Although, everyone kind of knows about Shaman again, right? Everyone's been watching the last tournament, so King Gaming's probably going to have a pretty good answer here.
Well, the other thing, too, if you look at both of these guys, you've got kill lanes coming out from either of these teams with the Rubik and the Lion on the side of Keen, and then, of course, you know, the Bane and the Shadow Shaman. And they're going to be very, very aggressive coming out. And I know J.Storm in particular is super aggressive early. They like to really get that advantage and just press it. And a lot of the stuff has been circulating around the fact that, you know, 5-minute bounties is the time that you start to see a lot of the action come out because you know that your enemy's going to be going for them. You know that you need to make these rotations. And with that particular lineup, especially, too, with the Troll, Troll's one of those heroes that likes to fight early. He can fight early if he needs to. So
Weaver. I must say, there's a lot of disable to be picking a Weaver against that.
That is a very confident Weaver pick. Pretty much everybody on J.Storm has a pretty great kit against Weaver. You got long-term silences. You got BKB piercing stuns. You got nets. You got shackles. What are they doing? That Weaver has got to be a god if he's going to make it in this one. I'm terrified for that little bug. Not really. I hate bugs. I hope he dies. But
so you still got your boy Lion on
my
King
boy
Gaming,
Lion.
so.
He's gonna watch that Weaver die a lot, and he's gonna be like, sorry, you picked that hero. But that's a very interesting choice there. I mean, if he does not have a pretty great early game, this is a disaster pick. How is he gonna get back into this game after that?
It's a good question, but at the same time, those supports are gonna be bled dry a little bit for buying all the sentry wards. All the detection needs to be coming out. At least a couple of detection needs to be coming out.
I mean, doesn't he just...
Yes.
You shackle him and he's just dead.
Do you think they run like an aggro sort of thing with the Doom and allow the Weaver just to kind of have some space, get level sort of thing? I mean, I know you want to obviously be getting farm on him, but there's not much that he's going to be able to do really with the Rubik and the Lion if they're going for kill lanes, unless they're going to be doing more like rotations.
Both Weaver and Troll are those heroes that don't really need that much assistance in the lane. So yeah, there's definitely a potential to get some aggressive tri-laning going on. A puck coming out as well, more control, this time on the side of Keen again. The silence coming out there as well. So if there is a channeled Fiend's Grip or Shackle, at least Puck can jump in and just, well, stop that, silence that.
Yeah, okay. Puck, yeah, as you said, if he does well in the mid lane, he could do a lot in this game. He could prevent a lot of this, make a lot of space for that Weaver, but it's really all in strategy here from Keen Gaming. And I don't want to be a broken record, but I'm never going to put my trust in a Rubik. So, yikes. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the King Gaming draft.
It's a lot of pressure on Weaver, too, to be supplying all that physical damage. Like, Rock has pretty good base attack, and he's going to do fairly well in lane depending on what he's against. But, you know, Weaver's really, he's got to accelerate. Otherwise, J.Storm's just going to run them over with what they have already. And who knows what the Brile hero is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be the Pango or if they pick something else.
So what do we want to have, indeed? Because we don't know yet if Brile's playing that Pango, as you said. What would you prefer?
Something that can win against a Puck, which is pretty tough, honestly. I don't know. I don't know what I'd like to see here, because you've got really decent power push coming out from J.Storm, right? You've got the... Okay, the Necrophos. All right.
So we are going to see a Forev Necro, I guess, and then Brile still on that Pango.
I love it. Big lockdown, big burst damage to go with everybody else, you know, making sure that all these kind of escapee heroes, your Weavers, your Pucks are grabbed and slammed, baby.
All right. What are you who you think is going to win?
I gotta stick with my NA boys. I gotta go with J.Storm.
All right.
I like that draft.
Yeah, not a fan of the Keen draft. I gotta go with J.Storm. I really hope they pull it through, or I'm gonna sound like an idiot.
Well, I'll trust my analysts on this one. I'll go for J.Storm as well. And while we are waiting for the game to officially kick in, let me just remind you guys that there are so many games going on at the same time. We have 4 streams live right now.
Look at all that,
and they're all playing their game. So there's group... But we are Group A.
Yeah.
That's Group B. That's C. And that is D. That's how that works. You can find them, of course, on the respectable Twitch channels with the names that are listed under the stream. So make sure you check all that out. But do it really fast because you want to also watch this game because I think it's going to be a bloodbath. And who better to commentate a bloodbath than only Pixel with Gods?
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, Keen Gaming up against J.Storm in this best of 3. I'm OD Pixel. I'm joined, of course, by Gods. The panel very much siding with what J.Storm have brought to the fray with their draft. I mean, do you agree? Is this sort of as one-sided as the panel's making it sound?
I don't think it's one-sided.
No.
I think J.Storm have some good heroes. They pick some things that'll work well for them. But I also think King Gaming, they're in their comfort zone. You know, they have good control, good initiation. They got the Lion. And then they also have, you know, Old Chicken on his Weaver. It didn't look good against Secret.
No.
That was Secret, though. I think it's one of his best heroes.
Very true.
And I think their draft came together just fine. The Puck is going to give them a good kind of playmaking initiator. It's a very stable, standard Keen draft when I look at this.
Okay, we'll see if they are able to execute it or if indeed, as the panel predicts, J.Storm can get their edge off with their lineup. I mean, is there any sort of specific lane matchup you think could be pretty hard for one of the sides? Anything that either team wants to try and dodge in the laning stage?
It looks like interesting. We're going to see Troll go mid. So of all the panels speculate we may see Brawl playing his Pengo that we've seen a few times. Not going to be the case. It's also not the mid Necro we've seen last series. It's going to be a totally new one. The Troll going mid against Puck. It should be a kind of 50-50ish matchup. I imagine the Puck will actually do maybe slightly better. We'll see how that goes. But I mean, matchup-wise, I don't think there's any like must-dodge matchups. Like there's no really hard lane counters in play. It'll be more about where the supports want to go. Like some teams we see really prioritizing tri-lanes here, which, you know, a Rubik, Lion plus Weaver, there's a lot of kill potential. You could try and threaten and win a lane. Doom's one of those heroes that if you can leave him alone, he's quite happy to get solo XP as long as he can get that solo XP.
Let's see. Now, as we get this one started off. Game 1 of the best of 3, Keen Gaming versus J.Storm. I looked at the Puck as well. Do you think, you know, we obviously saw the Puck earlier today in the previous series, allowed to be quite elusive. You know, game 2, Yaps are able to jump around. Bane, Shadow Shaman, would you consider J.Storm having sort of the necessary catch to deal with a Puck this game?
Yeah, it's good. More maybe relying on Fear getting his cast range, talent, and Aether Lens. That's when the Puck has to really be careful because that Hex cast range gets pretty absurd. But until that point, it can be a little bit difficult. Yeah, Bane has that lockdown with the Fiend script, but you know, it's very telegraphed. You're not going to catch him by surprise the same way Shaman can with either Aether Lens or you go for the Blink route. I've seen some Shamans start actually not going for the Aether Lens, but prioritizing that instead.
We'll see which way the itemization is going to go this game and see how Double Dash does do on the mid lane on his Puck. He had some decent mid lane showings last series that we saw against Secret, even though obviously they lost the game. So definitely potential here for the player. We'll see if he's able to pull it out this game.
Yep.
And in a matchup where, yeah, the Puck can start to shove the lanes in, but as the Troll, you are going to have sort of that deep push, that sort of spam as well to be able to shove the lane back with the axes.
And that's something Keen Gaming lineup doesn't have amazing, is just lane push. They have the Puck, but outside of the Puck, their other heroes don't really push out the lanes too well. Which is something I think you look at the Liquid Secret series, something we talk about Yapster a lot with is how much farm he gets. Part of that is that they pick him heroes that are designed to be the ones farming and pushing out lanes. You know, he was playing a Leshrac in one game, and then the next game he's playing a Puck, this hero that has this double nuke that instantly kills a creep wave, so naturally you're going to be sent to a lane where you push it out and you take that farm. But not so much the case with Keen Gaming's draft here.
And we'll see Kaka is going to be able to grab the creep wave from behind that tier 1 tower up top, bring it round and take it for himself as it looks to be.
Yep.
Unless 11 wants to come back and join a bit in with it. The creep wave, of course, top going to get pushed underneath that tier 1 tower with that pull being made by Kaka.
Yeah, and they're not contesting it. That's very weird.
No one's chasing him.
Always, because he's going to get like 3 denies probably in the entire creep wave of last hits, which is almost always why the other support will chase him down there. Because, yeah, he's just going to get these last hits, doesn't get that deny, but you're not getting XP or farm for them.
No, but yeah, this wave's not going to get through. It's not going to get delivered over to J.Storm, so already essentially that wave advantage for Keen Gaming with this play.
They can kind of take it away if they bully the Doom, which Bane's doing. If Doom, he can't get behind the tower now, so that's limiting what he can do. But First Blood bottom, Lion goes down. Nice bit of play coming out from the J.Storm dual lane.
Yeah, these two heroes have got a lot of damage to offer between the swashbuckle potential and the Aethershock nuke damage. Lion's got to be careful. It's a squishy hero. Sure, he's got a lot of catch and potential damage himself, but if he trips up and gets caught on the front lines, he will die. Same time, over the other half of the map, March getting chased down as he did come across, but 11 and Kaka are there prepared to deal with him. March is going to pay with his life. Keen Gaming picked themselves up a kill in return after losing one down bottom.
Part of that is getting that entire wave to Rubik by himself. He got level 2 because he got that creep wave, so he had both Lift and Fade Bolt. And they're able to get the damage. Doom also had level 2. The Centaur, Stomp coming into play as well, so he has that creep now. March got some XP for it, but not really worth giving up his life for it. Nice range creep deny, as Old 11 will lose out some gold on that one. But so far, lane's going overall pretty evenly. Doom's kind of the one hero having a tough time as far as the 6 core heroes go.
Moose should be pretty safe up here. There's not really too much that's going to threaten pushing him out the lane.
No,
March has to be a little careful on the Bane.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, Moose game is very good in the laning stage. It gets tough come mid game because that's when you're playing against, the Puck, Blink Silence, the Doom,
these disables,
the Lion. Yeah, it's not an easy Necro game, but it's an easy Necro lane, which is something that means you can get good items early on and you can itemize to deal with some of the threats in the game.
Yeah, I think we've seen some of the previous lands, a lot of teams, when they have the Necrophos, just prioritize his farm, make sure that the Necro has a good lane, because if he can get sort of these early auras, these early stat items, he is this sort of force that they can really start making moves around. His bottom lane, Dark, he's able to get in and take down Fear. Fear steps forward a little too much, and with the Shikuchi in, they've got the kill between the two of them. Top lane, bit of a setup onto Old 11. He's going to get the chance to pop the Scorched Earth. Have they got the right clicks to go through that regen? They have not, as it looks to be Old 11 able to walk away from that close attempt from J.Storm at getting the kill on Doom. But still, he is getting zoned out, and as the clock ticks on, 4 minutes in, 9 CS, it is a very slow start for this Doom. Down bottom, Fear. He's got a point in the shackles, ready to go onto Dark. Dark will turn with the Hex, but he's getting right-click down, turns around with the stun. Holds back Forever for a little bit, starts to salve up in the trees. Dark trying his best to juke, but with the swashbuckle and the Aethershock, J.Storm will get themselves the kill.
Yeah, and that's where that Fear Death doesn't matter too much, because he's coming back to lane and he's just way stronger. Full health, full mana, he has his items from base, he can bring Pengo items if needed. Dying in lane as a support is not a bad thing if you, get the most out of your hero and then you get to come back to lane and suddenly you have the advantage. So that's what we kind of see out of Fear down bottom, and it is a J.Storm about 1,000 gold lead despite the kill score being even.
Nice if Fear could do something again with this Invis rune that he's now picked up. If they go too aggressive on Forever, Fear's going to be there with the counterplay. They'll turn, get the lucky shot proc onto the line. Shackles out as well. Get the Hex out on one. But the right clicks from Fear enough to get themselves the kill. Old Chicken's trying to punch back. He's going to chase this one down with the Shikuchi. Fear will fall. Old Chicken able to get some sort of a trade here. The bug's still there on Forever. That's a lot of armor ticking down. And that's going to mean the damage is there for Old Chicken to get the double kill. As he's going to be more than happy that Dark died at the start of that. I mean, that's the double kill for him, and he's going to get both those kills solo experience on the Weaver.
And right as the bounty runes come up, so it is going to end up being, I think, all 4 bounty runes going their way.
Looks to be it.
Yeah, they contested top. The Puck rotated from mid to top lane for those bounty runes, so he gets one, and then, yeah, they get 4 out of 4. Big thing there is the Pengo was trying to help out Shaman by killing the bug that was on him, but he wasn't looking after himself. He had a bug on himself the entire time, and Weaver able to come out on top because of that.
As it continues to move, still getting all the space he needs to farm pretty safely up here on the top lane. Has that slight experience advantage as well. Nearly a full level, really. I mean, sure, it's 5 and 4, just under a level's worth of experience between the two of them. Down bottom, another opening has found itself as there's the shackles onto Dark. Does still get the chance to turn with the Hex. In fact, Dark is able to run away. The Dream Core's down as Double Dash comes in with a rotation, sets up. Fantastic movement there for the Puck to come in and turn that around, get the 2 kills, and Dark somehow not dying there. I think Fear just didn't see the opportunity to get that last right click in upon him.
Yeah. And he's got a shrine. He wants to use it. It doesn't look like his teammates are going to be there. So, yeah, he's going to solo pop it.
He just makes sure that his teammates aren't looking at this. Is anybody looking at this? No, I'm taking it.
That's your 5-position line, solo
I'm
shrining.
taking this.
Okay, they should be able to get this one. They've got a lift.
Yeah, March. He sort of nonchalantly walks forward into this one, and they're going to jump forward and chase this down. Turns with a Nightmare and a Brain Sap. Head to the right clicks from Double Dash will be enough. Gets the kill on March.
Yep. Holds on to the haste rune too. Like, he was always going to get that kill if he needed to pop the haste rune, but he can now wait to use that later on. A TP rotation to a side lane, or just roaming through the river to gank a side lane. It's a very good rune to have on a puck at this stage of the game. And it just feels like King Gaming are just making the better moves and rotations right now. The puck going bottom, the early Dreamcoil ganks can be so brutal because level 1 Dreamcoil does so much damage when you break it now. Level 1 300 break damage is a huge nuke. Shaman lost half of his health pool because of it.
And this game, I mean, you mentioned it, Old Chicken on the Weaver. It's one of his favorites, and so far, top net worth. It's looking to be a strong start for the Chicken.
Yeah, it's kind of had a bit of a rough time in the game he played against Team Secret, but this is looking a whole lot better, as this early game is King Gaming favored so far. We'll see when J.Storm come online. Part of the issue with their draft, though, is that they don't really have a playmaker out of the mid lane. It's a troll, so that's a hero that's going to want to stay mid, and then when he falls back, he's not falling back to gank other lanes, he's falling back to jungle. So their playmaker is really the Pengo, level 6 Pengo. Possibly the supports, like a Bane getting level 6 with maybe the 10-minute Tomb of Experience, but it's kind of tricky for J.Storm to make moves in this game. They wanted to win the lanes, like when you have heroes like Bane and Shaman who are kind of strong laners.
Up top, they're going to try and go on to Moo here with the Doom. Are there going to be any sort of TPs coming in to help him? Here comes one. Is it going to be soon enough? Doesn't look to be. As in they go. Dash there on the puck, ready to dive in and offer that extra bit of damage required to kill off the Necrophos. They get the kill just as the Doom ends. Kaka trying to walk himself away. Will die to the tower here, but Fear's going to lose his life in return as Dash gets the double. The rotation successful once again. This puck knowing every single place that he needs to be in. Bottom lane, they'll find an opening to go in with the Hex. Done as well to follow up onto the Pangolier. Try and swashbuckle away, but the right click from Dark flies through. Gets the killer now with the silence on March. He's in trouble as well. He'll try and run with the Shikuchi forward from Old Chicken. Will set up the vision and potential for Dash to pick up another. This puck, he is everywhere.
He was just top, now he's bottom. How does he go from mid to top that quickly?
He's crushing it.
He had the haste rune and he didn't use it. That's why saving it in the mid lane and not using it to kill that Bane can make such a big difference. Because I thought he TP'd top, but no, he just ran with his haste rune from mid to top, gets a double kill top, then TP's bottom, and he's getting kills.
There we go. J.Storm are going to try and find something in return, but the Dreamcoil's there to cancel the shackles. They cannot hold down Old Chicken. Good bounces here from Ferrer, provide the control required to kill off Dark on the line. Yeah. But it's just the support and everybody else gets out on King Gaming. Same time, they're still farming on the other lanes.
Yeah, luckily you have that double cliff there to bounce between. Otherwise, I don't even think they easily kill the Lion there, but Pengo able to effectively solo kill him, but wins all over the map for King Gaming. Just a support kill for all of those heroes rotating in, and looks like we could see some kind of a smoke play here. They're grouping up. No, they're just refilling bottles. Lion TP's in after dying, refills both Weaver and Puck's bottle, I want to say. So suddenly these heroes are ready to fight and contest bounty runes.
J.Storm, they are going to look to try and fight this, as it seems as they are going to head forward. Dark's able to get the double stun off. Hex as well. Jump in with the burst damage from Dash. That's going to be March falling very, very low. Turn with the brain stab. Can't get it off. Phase shifts there from Dash. As they look to chase for more. Fear running back underneath the dab, but Old Chicken, he's coming in with a wraparound that gets his hands on top of the Shaman. As King Gaming playing fast and furious, running down hero after hero. Farev also found out as the bugs are upon him. He's got a swashbuckle to try and get himself away, but Kaka, Dark, and Dash chase in. Double kill for Kaka as he finishes up with the Fape. I mean, it's just King Gaming are just playing a step ahead of J.Storm. Every single move that J.Storm are trying to make is getting outclassed by that of King Gaming.
Yeah, they're such an aggressive team. We saw it yesterday. They were up 17 kills to 2 against Team Secret. Yes, they go on to lose that game, but this is a team that will fight over every scrap and morsel on the map. Bounty runes coming up. Wherever you are, they're going that direction. They bring 4 heroes bottom to contest those bounty runes. They knew that the line was going to respawn in time to refill the bottles so that they could, heal up, fight, and they took 3 out of 4 bounty runes. The only one that J.Storm got was top lane with the Necrophos, who's, it's Necro Doom 1v1, so they each get 1 apiece. But 3 bounty runes out of 4, several kills, and they're going to get a tier 1 tower to follow it up.
5k lead now for King Gaming at 11 minutes in. J.Storm, they know that they've got to do something to break this momentum that King Gaming's got going. They'll smoke up. They're going to walk in with Moo, but where's the initiation? If you haven't got the Shaman or the Bane on the front lines, it's hard to get get the sort of the grab for a kill. And they'll be able to walk away from that smoke attempt. In fact, Old Chicken's having a bit of a look back towards them. Knows that he's got the time lapse to rely on. Has to be a little aware of fear with the potential shackle and hex. But he knows he's got backup at the team. Elsewhere, King Gaming keeping the pressure on. The top tier 1 tower is going to fall just as quickly as the bottom one did. They're keeping this flow going. The lead in gold and experience just continues to grow.
Yeah, J.Storm know Mu is one of their strongest heroes. They need to fight around him, so they bring him bottom. Problem is they can't really force fights all too easily.
And they're going to chase him down here as the Hex is out onto Mu. Rolling Thunder coming out from Forever will start to bounce itself around the fight. Shackles are there, locking down Old 11. They have to be aware of this. Doom, he does have the ultimate available. The other shot blast comes out. They've managed to kill off the Weaver. Impale out onto Mu. 11 closes the gap, gets the Doom down onto the Necrophos. Mu gets fingered by Dark. He's out of the game. TP out, attempted by Fear, will make it away. But again, Keen Gaming, they will take the trade. Sure, they lost the Weaver, but they get 2 kills in return. They get a bit of a stack built up on that Finger of Death damage with that kill onto Mu as well.
Yeah, nice job getting the Rolling Thunder stun into the Reaper's scythe. They had the ability to kill off the Weaver, which is such a big kill for J.Storm to get, but even so, the fight doesn't really go in their favor. They don't end up taking the tier 1 tower with the Serpent Wards being dropped. I think J.Storm thought they were just going to siege a tower, but then the fight doesn't even happen where the Serpent Wards are planted, so that's one ultimate they don't have. Bane, not even level 6 yet, so King Gaming just have more tools. They have both supports level 6. Bane doesn't get the tome, so they don't have Fiend Script there. And while Fear does a great job locking down the Doom to delay Doom coming out, he tried to Doom the Pengo, realized it was too late for the Rolling Thunder to stop that coming out, so he just, tries to find a new target, gets locked down. The fight still doesn't go the way of J.Storm because there's just too much of a lead in King Gaming's hands.
Oh, Forever, he is going to see the courage, doesn't want to try and go for it. Knows that they will be prepared with the fortification for it. But I mean, for J.Storm, at least they have got Brawl in a pretty good position. He has his Demon Edge. He's going to make good timing on the Battle Fury. He has been granted the space. Hasn't died this game. He's 0-0-0. He's kept himself entirely away from the chaos. And at this pace, he is going to hit those iron timings on the Troll.
Yeah. And as far as this game for Troll goes, it's decent. It's kind of annoying because both Puck and Weaver are pretty elusive, so you have to get on top of them to get those roots if you want to get those kills. And that's why, luckily you've got good supports. You've got Bane, you've got Shaman, plenty of control to play around.
See down bottom, J.Storm, they're trying to get a fight off. They get a good Rolling Thunder onto the 2 of them, but now the Dream Core's down. That will hold Forever in place for a good duration of that ultimate. He's trying to shield crash, does get the 3-man proc, but they've got more than enough damage to burn through that. As King Gaming pick up the kill onto Forever.
Yep, and Rubik with a nice steal on the Rolling Thunder. Well, may want to just hold on to that. It's a lowish cooldown where he should have it for the next fight. Doesn't have the Arcana though. That's always a bit disappointing.
He does not.
That's one of my favorites.
Kaka, I mean, you would have expected this man to have the flashy cosmetics, and he does not. Disappointment all round.
But Pengo kill, Mu. Coming up on this Necro, a bit of a hodgepodge of items. Arcane Boots, Buckler, Braces, Wand, and a Cloak. So he hasn't really finished anything quite yet. And has a Ring of Health queued up. I'm not quite sure what his idea is with this build. It looks like he just wants a casual hood to get some magic resistance.
They're trying to go here for the Puck. They have got the Fiend Strip onto the Doom. Puck is getting controlled very well here by Forever with the Rolling Thunder, and that'll do it. J.Storm, they'll get both the kills. Reaper's Scythe comes down from Mu. And that's pretty much the biggest play we've seen so far from J.Storm, and it is a big one, getting 2 core kills. One of them with the Reaper's Scythe as well, as King Gaming just getting a little ahead of themselves, stepping up to the high ground. Perfect position for Forever to go to work with his ultimate.
Yeah, what a place to have a fight. Yeah, and we're seeing J.Storm do a really good job of generally picking fights where the Rolling Thunder can be effective. And that's the one thing that's, I think, kept this game fairly close. Another big steal, Rubik.
He's getting all the ults. Let's see if they can try and push with it here on the side already. Dark's found a catch onto the Shaman. Fear's dead.
They may want to go push with this. See what they have in mind.
Yeah, at least a tier 1 tower in the mid lane's got to be appealing for King Gaming if they can get those wards down in position.
Yeah, they have all their ultimates. I think they may know. I mean, the Fiend Script was just used for that kill, so there's still a long while with no Fiend Script, no Reaper's Scythe. Rolling Thunder's a low cooldown, so that's about to come back up, but King Gaming is much stronger at this stage of the game.
Structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
King Gaming pushing up. Kaka had to drop those wards.
Yep.
Maybe feels that They could try and even just go for the second. I mean, this tower is already pretty low, so ideally saving it for more. As already the jump comes in. Look at the stun out onto 2. The wards are going to be dropped down for the fight. Doom's there onto Moo. Moo's got to try and get out, but the telekinesis drags him back. The damage looking to be too much. He will be Nightmare to try and save him, but in comes the finger from Dark. That's the Necrophos down. And now Kaka with a beautiful stolen Rolling Thunder, getting all the angles perfectly placed on top of J.Storm. Vision's there onto the Pangolier. They'll jump forward, take Forever as well. Keen Gaming rolling through, and Kaka, I mean, he has had some fantastic steals, Rolling Thunder multiple times now. The Shaman wards, you got to watch out for this Ruby.
Yeah, it's not an... I mean, it's kind of easy to stop him stealing if you just instantly...
You just instantly shield crash.
Shield crash, exactly, but often maybe you don't want to because then you miss a stun or something.
Sure.
But yeah, it's 2 fights in a row where, I mean, the first time he stole it wasn't a big one because it was just a solo kill when he was going to die anyways, but that team fight, Rolling Thunder...
Turned around.
Yeah, that's huge. The fact he has Serpent Wards into Rolling Thunder, Kaka is just such a fun player to watch. He's such a big playmaker. When he was playing on Newbie, he played this similar, active forward position who just gets to make all the fun, flashy moves, and it's a similar thing to what we're seeing here with his Rubik. He's looking fantastic in all these team fights. I feel like Moo, as farmed as he is, doesn't feel like he's a big threat in these fights because of his lack of, like, an item. Whether it's, the mech or Rod of Atos, it just feels like he needs something that, is an active, that does something in a fight. Right now, all he's got is little items that give him survivability.
Oh, they are going to try and group around him again in the mid lane. Jump forward with the silence. They're going to get the Dream Core down onto 3. Do they want to commit into this? They certainly do. Keen Gaming stepping forward, and here goes Kaka again. Another usage of the Rolling Thunder. Will be held in place for the most part of it by March with the Fiend's Grip. Infernal Blade comes down from 11 onto March to cancel the Fiend's Grip. Reaper's Scythe's down. They throw everything onto the Rubik. Sure, you've killed Kaka, but the rest of the side of Keen Gaming still good to go. Heading forward, Forev does come in with his own Rolling Thunder. Swashbuckle as well, bringing the Doom down low. Brile gets the ult off just in time to keep himself alive. It's going to be drawn back towards Keen Gaming, and is pretty low on the life. They've got good damage as well on Old Chicken. Jump back with the silence from Dash. Takes the troll out of this. Only Moo and Forev left alive, and Keen Gaming, they're not done. Ghost Shroud's there on Moo. See if they can dive this tower. Keen, if they want. No, they'll back off. But still, another fight taken by Keen. And I mean, I understand J.Storm's frustration. Kaka, he's annoying, but you got to be careful of how much you use to kill that Rubik. Yeah. They threw everything on him.
They did, and that meant, the core heroes get to do what, their kind of job is, which is deal damage in the fights. Puck gets like 3 usages of all his spells off, I want to say, with the Orb plus Silence. Doom's just constantly hitting people with the Infernal Blade, and Weaver with a Deso already. This early Deso is just destroying some of these supports in the fight. It's a very fast timing. An item we've seen less and less on Weaver. I feel like we're seeing a lot more of this Diffusal, but as far as single target damage goes, Deso is one of the best items you can get.
Absolutely, and we're seeing as well, Old 11's game is just... It's just rocketed. After, the first sort of 5 minutes of play, it was a slow start in the lane. It doesn't matter for the Doom. He's got Devour, he's got a Midas. He's always going to catch up if the enemy team isn't just crushing the game in terms of momentum, and they weren't. Keen Gaming were able to hold on to it. Now Old 11, he's rocking it at the top. And you're going to see this Doom and Weaver almost certainly just stay ahead of the Battle Fury Troll Brile in terms of farm because of the kills that the Weaver's able to pick off. Old Chicken with this Desolator, the supports don't stand much of a chance at all. Same time in the jungle, Keen Gaming's going to find another, and look who it is with the ultimate. Once again, stolen Fiend's Grip, Kaka. He's just styling on J.Storm. He has stolen so many ultimates this game. As Forev will be Dream Coiled. Old Lemon's going to come in with the Doom down onto Moo. I don't know what J.Storm's doing here. They've got 2 heroes dead, but they're still trying to make action happen on the other side of the map, and it's not going to work out. They'll lose Moo. Fingers out onto Forev. They're crumbling now, J.Storm.
Yeah, they're getting desperate more than anything. It's like they know they're losing. The game's going pretty poorly for them, and they're like, well, let's just hope I can get this bounty rune for my team. But you're a Necrophos. If that's a support dying to get bounty rune, sure, but as a core hero, you can't be making those plays. And they're just reading the game wrong. They see this Weaver get that solo kill top on Shaman, so they think, okay, Keen Gaming's top, let's get these blind bounty runes. But no, that was just a Weaver solo killing a Shaman. He didn't have backup. He's just so strong, he can do that on his own, and the rest of Keen Gaming are playing elsewhere on the map. And it's the same principle as the start of the game. Keen Gaming will fight over every single bounty rune. If you're going for the bottom, they'll follow you there. They always want to fight. This is one of the teams in this tournament who will prioritize kills and brawling more than anyone else.
Absolutely, in this game, it's certainly showing its effect. 12k lead, and very good map control by Keen Gaming at this point, 21 minutes in. And for J.Storm, Their sort of their potential of maybe turning things around is going to be when they fight with Bryle, when he does have the SNY done on top of the Battle Fury, when he's got something at least that he can turn up to these fights and not get bursted immediately. He's going to queue up the BKB. He needs that before he turns up. There's going to be a lot of bursts. We saw the Puck queuing up the Dagon. I don't know if he's ended up buying it, but yeah, it's going to come pretty soon. He's got it. He's got the recipe in his stash. That and the Finger of Death. I mean, even the Troll, even with a little bit of stats from like an Ogre Club, he's still going to get bursted by this lineup.
Yeah. You always want to go SMY on Troll. It just feels better getting BKB later in the game, but once games start going poorly, you just have to prioritize BKB.
You got to get it.
In so many games, it's like these Trolls, or there's a few other heroes like Lunas. It's a similar thing where you get Yasha and you're like, oh, I want to get SMY, but then very quickly you realize, oh, I just got to get BKB. But unfortunately, that's just the way this game goes, and until he has a BKB, there's no way that they can take a team fight. And even with it, he's going to start to fall. If you have this very small timing window where you have maybe 1 or 2 fights with that BKB that have to go incredibly well, or you're just going to lose the game. So J.Storm have to make sure they get a lot out of that BKB timing, but they also have to get to that BKB timing, and we're going to see, King Gaming, DD Rune, Roshan.
Why not?
Classic combo.
Yep, Desto and the Bugs will make short work of the armor of Roche. Forever's there outside of the pit.
Okay, he's making a slot. He put something in his backpack. He needs to time this right.
And we do see there that timer there indicating how long it's been since he hasn't used his Midas. The efficiency.
He's rushing, it's fine. Don't worry.
We'll let him off.
We didn't even have to pop his DD for that one. Still has it.
Use the Midas. 11. There we go.
It's the overlay of shame.
There we have it.
Shame. There we go. Okay.
Oh, he was holding that one in for a while, and in fact, he's jumping up top. He's going in towards the Pango. Same time out on bottom. Dark's got the opening. Hex there onto Bryle.
In the trees.
Oh, he did. He pressed all the buttons, apparently, and everything happened. Bryle will get the ultimate out.
Oh, gets a read.
He does, but they've got Disable. They've got 4 heroes here. Bryle tried to push out lane on his own. He'll pay the price with his life as he is dead. Dark, he's a little disappointed there that they got that kill so quick. He was trying to suck some mana out of him so he could have a finger to get another bit of a buff on it. That won't be the case, but he'll settle for the fact that they killed the Troll. I mean, that's sort of what J.Storm need to happen. They need this Troll to be big, and if he's getting picked off as such, they're not going to have the chance to get back into this game.
Yeah. Anytime you can, it's almost better to hunt the Troll than take a outer tower, at least at this point. If you're taking base towers or racks, sure, but killing Troll removes J.Storm's comeback. At no point can they really contest you until Troll has items, and that's not happening.
No. And this is going to be a tier 2 tower taken. Keen Gaming looking to have full control of this game. Only 24 minutes in, it's 30-10. A lot of kills, a lot of action, and it's all favoring that of Keen Gaming.
Watch out for the Rubik initiation with Battle Trance. That's always a big one.
Gonna find the lead in Moo. Again, just getting immediately disabled by the Doom. BKB is committed by 11. He'll be able to easily run down the Necrophos as Moo is dead. He'll buy back. The Dream Call's holding Forever in position as they just punch him down through the Rolling Thunder. Forever dead without buyback available. Keen Gaming are going to have no trouble taking this. And again, Kaka, stolen Rolling Thunder. He's in. I think Kaka, he's had a better game and a better performance than half of the team of J.Storm with his Rubik play. As the Reaper Strike does come down onto Odd 11, they do at least kill the Doom. But bottom, tier 3 towers taken. Keen Gaming, they say, all right, we'll take objectives.
It's got 7 wood.
I mean, come on.
What's happening?
Kaka, he's played a better game than the Shaman. He's played a better game than the Pango. You got to call GG. It's over. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a Rubik steal as many ultimates as that in a 25-minute game. Like multiple Serpent rewards, multiple Fiend's Grip, multiple Rolling Thunder. Kaka, he made it look easy this game. He really did. There was no challenge here for Kaka.
That's first pick Rubik. And that, to me, summarizes why you can still first pick Rubik, because every game is going to have good spells to steal. You can't, as a team, when you see that first pick Rubik, you can't change him and be like,
no.
Oh, we can't pick a Bane, we can't pick a, a Pengo. There's maybe some heroes like Enigma that you say, okay, we can't pick Enigma, but you still have to draft around yourself, and there's always going to be something for a Rubik, a support Rubik, to steal and have an impact on, unless you play really carefully. And that's something J.Storm did not do.
They absolutely did not. A very rough showing from J.Storm here in this game one. They've got to amp it up if they want a chance to take down Keen Gaming. Keen Gaming are going to feel incredibly confident going into game 2 after that dominant performance here in game 1. We'll see what happens, though. But as the series stands 1-0 for Keen Gaming at the moment in this best of 3.
more information you have, the better the decisions. Data is crucial to do important decisions in Dota games and even before the Dota game in preparation. It's really cool that a big company like SAP is investing into esports and that I can be a part of it is amazing.
This is a DJ special. Shout out cause he plays my record set. Now I've got the radio wave. Unlock is spinning on top. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause she plays my record. Got the ladies waiting to stop. Rewind from the top. Pull up DJ, start the song again. Hooked up like a better friend. From the edge to turn the bend. Now turning heads with a mix and blend. Got tricks, switch up the vibe we send. Stick around, yeah, we grind to the end. Big set, beginning to trend. Got a crowd and they're ringing their friends. Tell I gotta get quick to the club. If I sent it, just spin the dub. We win this challenge from ravers. Bring it in as you balance the faders. Sing see you later, cause you gone. On the trip, take left through the song. Sound sick that you can't do wrong. Something like a phenomenon. Hello DJs, what you on? DJs, what you on? DJ, would you play my song? Play my song, play my song. Put it up, replay the record. This is a DJ special. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause he plays my record set. Now I've got the radio wave. Unlock is spinning on top. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause she plays my record. Sounds hot. Got the ladies waiting to stop. What? Rewind from the top. What? This is a DJ special. Shout out cause he plays my record set. Now I've got the radio wave. Unlock is spinning on top. This is a DJ special. Shout out cause she plays my record. Sounds hot. Got the ladies waiting to stop. What? Rewind from the top. Mama say thanks like he gave a gift. Been banged to make that playlist. Matched up with the rider riff. Catchy like it's Cupid's kiss. Catch up if you need for this. Get attached like cuffs on wrist. It's starting to stick when you put hands up and you move your hips. Won't miss if I know there's a shot. Get low when it drops. Hit the flow like I'm throwing rocks. And I just won't stop till the DJ chops. Coming for the chops.
Welcome back, everybody. Corsair Dream League Season 11 Stockholm Major. Live from the Monster Energy DreamHack Studios. Thank you so much, Thomas, for playing us in that first game. 25 minutes. Oof. It was actually just a highlight reel for Kaka, really. His Rubik was kind of out of control, Moxie.
Yeah, absolutely. There were a couple moments where we were like, wow, I can't believe he managed to steal pretty much everything in that team fight. You know, he looked very, very impressive. It was the Rubik show.
Oh,